Okay, so other than being and feeling like part of a family, what are some of the other perks of working at Sandals?
Well, you get to work with great people, first of all, and there's plenty of travel. I think there's always something new, you know, that cliche, you know, no 2 days are the same. I'm fairly sure that was invented for my company. You know, you can come in and, especially working in PR, you really don't know, you know, you can come in and you really don't know what's going to greet you that day. But you work with some great people, you can travel all over the Caribbean and the world, for that matter. In PR, you're sort of talking about somebody else's product, you know, in an agency setting. When you come in-house, like I have done with Sandals, you're actually talking about your product, not somebody else's. By default, you always have a bit more passion, and I think it shows, I mean, the work you do. And to be part of something, you know, part of something special, it helps you get out of bed extra early of a morning, it helps you go back to bed with a smile on your face at night.
What would you say really stresses you out on the job?
I think you can never plan anything in PR. I think, you know, I cover the marketing side for ATL too, and you can be more strategic. With PR, you know, a lot of it can be reactive. I mean, you can do what I would call like proactive reactivity, which means you prepare for something should it come up.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you don't know when it does. So things can fly at you at all angles, and you can start off and, you know, with your to-do list for the day, and then within 5 minutes, you know, you throw it out the window. It's just gone. It's done. It is a challenge. And I think you have to have a great team that work, and luckily I do. I work with a wonderful group of people, very talented. They know exactly what they're doing, and everybody knows, you know, their role. And I think that really helps. So it relieves some of the stress, and we all get stressed. It's, you know, it's obviously not just me, but I think any kind of stressful situation, you know, you look back at the challenges that you've had in life, in general, even on a personal level, on a business level. And nothing's ever as bad as it seems. I mean, the worst case scenario of any situation will never be that bad.
How do you manage to work with both companies and do the PR for both companies? And do you sometimes feel like maybe you should deal with Sandals and someone else should come on board to deal with ATL? How do the two tie in together so well? It's
two very separate jobs. I mean, the Sandals, my role with Sandals has a global remit. So really, our head office of Sandals is headquartered in Montego Bay. We have a core PR team there, and then PR managers on all the resorts throughout the Caribbean. And then we have an affiliate company, a marketing representative in the consumer markets. So, for example, we've got a big office in Miami, big office in London. Wherever guests come from, you know, we have a presence there. So really in Montego Bay, it's about controlling and the flow of information, you know, releasing things at the right time and making sure, you know, the wider team is really informed. I mean, a lot of it is internal communications, and then working on a more strategic level to speaking directly to consumers. On the ATL side of things, there's a whole separate team there headed up, by a marketing manager who do great stuff. Full out in-house design team, PR, social media, all the elements of the marketing mix all covered under one roof, covering automotive and then the commercial side of the business, you know, appliances and, you know, commercial laundries and things like that. So two teams, all full of talented people, it makes life a lot easier.
Do you have any tips for young professionals coming up in the PR industry?
Yeah, I would say PR has changed. I mean, I've worked in PR for 15 years, and it has changed completely, unrecognisably, since you know, it was about faxes and, you know, and press releases. The industry has changed so much. Social media is just one part of that. Yeah. By nature, it's a very busy industry. I mean, there's not one PR person in this world that is going to be, you know, will describe themselves as anything other than really busy. But they just have to find the time to research new techniques, look at case studies, you know, spend an hour or two a week on Google looking at, you know, what other people are doing in the industry.
You have to love what you're doing.
You have to love it. You absolutely have to love it. And it's a great profession, a really great profession, but it moves so quickly that, you know, you can be doing one thing literally 1 week and it's outdated the next. And it's really about staying ahead of trends and ways of communicating to people.
All right, well, I'm ready to catch my summer.
Let's do that.